This is a video I'm making about schizophrenia, and I think I'm gonna start a new channel. The old one's got so many older videos on it, and then this is kind of a new chapter, sorta. I'm 36, and I got schizophrenia at 18, so it's about 20 years that I had it. I moved into this new place probably a year ago. I signed a lease for 7 months, and what I did is I was on Seroquel high dosage plus risperidone high dosage plus Celexa and Klonopin, and I was basically really over medicated. But at that time, that was the only thing that was effective, so they put me on all that. What I did when I moved in here, I wasn't able to work because, I got a prosthetic leg, but I could work if it was just the leg. It's the head, the anxiety, the delusions, and all that stuff that goes along with SC. What happened, I just started laying in bed watching movies. I missed a couple of days of medication, so I said I'll go another day. Missed another few days, I felt fine, felt okay, so I kept going, and basically just relaxed in this environment, living by myself. And I'd get up and write and go to the food bank when I had to, and most of the time I just chilled out and kind of turned into a hermit. I found out that when I was really relaxed, like watching a movie in bed or something like that, that I really didn't feel bad. I felt pretty good. So 7 months later, I'd been off. All the medications were out of my system pretty much. I was doing okay compared to a lot of the other down times when I was on the meds. It wasn't really any worse. After about 8 months, 9 months, I started hearing voices, and my thinking just wasn't right. It wasn't clear. So I decided to get back on the meds, but this time I got on Zyprexa, and I got on such a low dosage, 15 milligrams of Zyprexa, and I've been on that since, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 months, and it really helps a lot. I don't have any side effects, basically. I have no negative or positive symptoms at all. So I'm really happy about that. It's awesome. That's 19 years of being on medications, and then this last year I basically got off. And this is a touchy subject because you never know. You never know what the meds are gonna do to a different individual. You never know how they're gonna react to them. So it's a touchy subject, trying to give anybody advice on how they should handle or manage it. Another thing I should say is that even on these meds, which is really the same way it was when I was on all the meds before, is a lot of schizophrenia is you have to learn to manage it in your own head mentally. If I really fell, if I fell off the wagon and went into psychosis again, it could happen, and I could still be taking the meds like I have been for the past 5 months, but I could fall into total illusion, paranoia. I could fall into that just by not managing my symptoms well. So the medications help you manage your symptoms, but also we manage our symptoms without the medications too. Our mental capacity, all the things we've learned of how to better ourselves with this disease, that all comes into play, and we have to do that, and that doesn't have anything to do with the medications. And I feel blessed, but at the same time, 20 years of my life was basically hell. I'd take the meds, I couldn't keep a job because they made me sleep so much that I could never keep the hours. I'd sleep at least 12 to 14, 15 hours a day. So I guess this video is basically just two principles, I think. Maybe three. The first one is if you do want to try to get off some medications. I get disability $800 a month, so I was able to get this place, pay my $500 for rent. I have $300 left over, and I just chilled out for a long time. I just laid in bed. I made myself as comfortable and as less stress as possible. I'd order pizza, just go out to the food bank. I'd exercise at home. I laid in bed, watch movies, anything that would keep me calm and relaxed. Second is, obviously the lower dose of medication that you can get, the better. I've taken Zyprexa, I've taken tons of different drugs, and Zyprexa seemed to work okay. I was on that and a different med and a lot higher dose of Zyprexa when I wasn't on it a few years ago. And number three is learn as much as you can from people how to deal with the mental stuff that we have to deal with schizophrenia, because those things can be lifesavers. You learn techniques. You learn techniques in the way you think. You learn techniques in the way to deal with stress. You learn what you can and what you can't do, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. There is a way to get through this. There's a way to manage somehow, and I had it really bad. I don't have like slight schizophrenia. I have very severe. So basically, I don't feel bad. And don't be jealous, because 20 years of my life are wasted down the drain, just complete hell. So I don't feel bad about at 36, kind of everything getting a little better. But anyway, I just wanted to put this up there and tell you there is hope, man. There is. I mean, if there's hope for me, as bad as I have it, I think there could be hope for anybody. But like I said, those three principles are big. Just facilitate an environment where you can be calm and relaxed for a while you try to get off your meds. If you want to, if you try, I'm not suggesting you do. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how that would affect you individually. I'm just saying how it affected me as an individual. So, all right, God bless you guys all.